Hey, it's Jessica. I'm a mixed media artist and jewelry designer. And today I am going to give you a little run through of some of the pages that I created. And I finished the sketchbook that I started back in January. I'll link the video down below. And I want to show you some of my pieces and something that came up while I was working. This page I was just working on just playing with shapes and different things like textures, layers, that sort of thing. And I was thinking about, what people need, like what we all deserve. Food, water, clothing, shelter, peace, freedom, health, love, joy. I think connection is another good one to add in there. There are definitely others. Just some face that I did. And if you recall, I like to make faces badly. This is one of my faces. I did some mark making. One thing, as I was doing this journal, one thing that I have been avoiding, I have to admit, is that I love whales. Humpback whales, blue whales, minke whales, finback whales. I love all whales. And I have, in all of the all of the journals that I have had, the different ones that I've had, I've rarely placed a whale in my journal because I didn't think I was good enough, because it wasn't going to be perfect, even though I like to draw faces imperfectly. But whales, I stayed away from because I just couldn't do it. I've done some different things here and there with whales, but never really tried to consistently draw them. So, anyways, that comes in a little bit later. But this is just a page that I collaged, and I did some neurographic design right there, and some watercolors. And just messy play in my sketchbook. So, yeah, I am the president of a nonprofit whale and dolphin conservation organization, Cetacean Society International. I've been in the water with humpback whales. I volunteer on a whale watch boat. I volunteered on a whale watch boat for the past 4 years during the summer. This is just watercolor, like abstract flowers. And not even mark making, just cleaning off my brush, I think I was doing right there. But look who showed up. Look who showed up in my sketchbook. And it's not perfect, but it brings me joy. I'm so happy that he's here. And I was thinking about the limiting beliefs that we put on ourselves. Like, why did I do that to myself? Something that I love. I love cats. I've put cats in my watercolor. I've put cats in my journals, but not whales. So this is the first one. So yeah, imperfectly, okay, so let me keep going. And I wondered what other limiting beliefs did I have in my head about art. And after thinking about it, like a whale, I could use a stencil or trace a whale or find another way to put a whale into my art, but I avoided it because I thought it was unauthentic, even though I use stencils in my work. I have stencils. Like, I couldn't put a whale stencil in my book. So anyways, that's just something that I realized that I was limiting myself. And I don't know where that belief came from. But I've seen people use stencils. I've seen people trace. I've seen everything, and I just did not give myself I don't even know what that is. I just didn't give it to myself to be able to do that. See, more whales. Silly, silly, plump. Silly, silly. But by making, I'm feeling like I'm getting more comfortable with making whales. This one, this one came out pretty cool. And this one I used from years ago. I made this. It's just cardboard, and I used to do acrylic pouring. Let me see if I can get that acrylic pouring, and then I cut out the whale, and then I put resin over it. So I use that as my stencil, something to trace a whale with. Okay, so that's that. And boop, another little guy, another little whale. So are there any whales in your life that you have that you haven't let yourself try because you don't think you're good enough? You've come to the right place, and let this be your inspiration to try that piece of work that challenges you, that you've avoided. So I took my watercolor paper, and I took my nice watercolor paper, and I made a imperfect whale after that. And then I went to my, where is my larger next media sketchbook. Let's see if I can. I had a place where I was just playing with cleaning off my brush with some inks in there. Look, y'all, I put a whale in there. And then let's see what else is there. This is me playing. And oh, look, another whale. Oh, wait, hold up, y'all, hold up. 2 more whales. I'm enjoying drawing them, so that's it for me for today. And I'm still working through my hesitation about whales, but at least I started incorporating them into my sketchbooks. And let me know if there is a subject or something that you love that you are afraid to create. Let me know in the comments. And like I said, this is your space. This is your challenge. I challenge you to make that piece that you love imperfectly. And if you're new here, I'm Jessica. I'm a mixed media artist and jewelry designer, and apparently I like drawing whales. So feel free to like and subscribe to this channel, and thank you for coming along with me. Like I said, I'll put the video of the beginning of this my small art journal in the description. And go out and paint whatever your whale is, whatever you're holding back on. All right, I'll see you in the next one.